set on the table. And Mother says, we'll be ready to eat as soon as Father comes home. My, I hope he's not late, don't you? And here's Father now, coming home from his daily work.
Make Daddy a sandwich.
Don't say cringe. Don't start off the Twitch chat with the word cringe. I have a few things to update you guys on. Number one, the NFT, it's sold. A few interesting details on that. There was a bid on it from Goku Naru a few times. And then Max bid on it. And I was like, Max, do you really bet on this fucking nutsack picture? And he did. And I was like, yeah, dude, don't worry about it. But if you do want to bid all the way up, I'm planning on, I could reimburse you, whatever you end up paying for it. Because that would just be funny. And, yeah, sure enough, this guy, the biggest D, I keep reading it as the biggest STD. But it's the biggest D. He purchased it, and I had no word on it for, I don't know, a couple days. So I was like, oh, fuck, this is just like eBay. On eBay, you can throw out fake bids. You don't have to pay. There's no legal obligation. It's not like eBay's going to, they might take away your account, but you just make a new one. So that's what I thought was going to be the case. But it turns out that, it still might be that way, but the biggest D, he paid up. He or she paid up. I imagine it's a he because of the D. I told them in the comments, I was like, dude, I don't mind you keeping the NFT and I just refund you the money. Maybe minus the service fee from the shitty website. But they were like, yeah, it's no problem, just a fan of the content. And now I'm wondering if the biggest D is some Bitcoin millionaire or, doing well. They have to do well if they could just fucking throw away $2,000 for a damn joke. I ran into this video. Some guy was responding to it of Anthony Mackie. At first I thought he was Jay Pharoah, and then I realized that I'm a moron. I don't watch the Avengers movies or anything like that, so it didn't immediately click in my head. I'm not face blind, but this is making me reconsider. Here we go. So I want you guys to go in this. We could all do a better job of analyzing situations, and it's just being a little bit more critical of some situations. And this I think is a great video because it kind of makes you think about things in a different way. Yes, Wendy Williams is on here. So here we go. I want you to go into this with an open mind, think about what's being said, and then we'll talk about it.
I hear you and I have something in common. You believe in a lot of cases that men and women have roles.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, you say it because people get mad when I say it.
You better believe it. I'm from this. Yeah, you better believe it.
I mean, I know you're from New Orleans, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah. Well, I'm only from Jersey,
yeah,
but I do believe that if he wants a sandwich...
You make Daddy a sandwich.
Most of the time.
No.
It's so funny how he says that shit. Make Daddy a sandwich. Make Daddy a sandwich. So, I don't know. If you grew up having a mom that made your dad and you sandwiches, he's obviously joking. What do you mean he's obviously joking? No, he believes that. I mean, why would he, you could say he's being jovial about it, right? But it's sort of the point that he's making is that there's gender roles. And when Daddy wants a sandwich, he might be joking about, the daddy part. He doesn't say to his wife, make Daddy a sandwich. That is pretty ridiculous.
No, let me ask you this. Well, okay, let me ask you this. If me and you out and somebody say something slick to you...
You punch him in the face.
You want me to smack him in his mouth, right?
That's right.
So if I take you on a date and I say, look, baby, we gonna go Dutch.
No.
Exactly. If we walking up to the car and I don't open your car door, what do you say?
Open the door.
You better believe it.
Yeah, no, I am with you. I think
so you make Daddy a sandwich.
I think...
Okay. So it's... It's one of those things where these people are horrible. Yeah. There's not too much to get. It's sort of just really dumb comparisons, right? It's we all, or most of us, grew up in a household where your mom had like a certain set of things that she had a propensity to do, whether that's, I don't know, making a sandwich or doing laundry or fucking whatever. And your dad, what did your dad do? In my case, my dad like did all the manly shit. Mow the lawn, take out the trash, beat someone up. My dad has never had to assault someone in the street, right? And I assume most of your dads never have to assault someone in the street, especially if they're saying something slick. It's sort of a weird comparison. Like, fuck yeah, I would take that arrangement any day of the week. You make me sandwiches for the rest of my life, and that means that I protect you in the street. What are the chances of me needing to protect you in the street? Fucking none. I've never had to do that. I've never had to stand up for my woman. Especially if someone says something slick. What do you give a shit? Do you mean like actually defend if your woman's getting harassed? I imagine you'd also want your woman to defend you if you're in a sticky situation, right? Chew or talk. Don't do both. I'm sorry, that is fucked up. I carry concealed, so if I'm being harassed, I just leave to avoid escalation. But your escalation is going to be shooting someone in this damn head. It really sucks, because that's like, I don't know. You don't want to do anything drastic when you're getting harassed, but it's like one of those things, if you have a taser or if you have like pepper spray, I feel like that would just rile someone up if they're already in a fucky kind of evil headspace. Make daddy a sandwich. You know, make daddy a sandwich. It's just funny because, like, I don't know. Anise and I talk about it all the time, like, just like what roles there are, or like another way to look at it is chores, right? Because roles are kind of weird. Like, what role are you playing? I'm playing the daddy role. I'm playing the mommy role. Mommy does this. Well, daddy does this. Daddy receives a sandwich. It just seems odd. It's probably a bad way to be in your relationship, because then you have like some weird expectations of your partner. Like, if you grow up thinking like, yeah, the woman make the sandwich, then you're gonna have a fucking terrible relationship unless you find the woman who make a sandwich. But in the same vein, the woman who is comfortable just making the sandwich and essentially just being a sandwich slave, like, they're not healthy. They're not going to be happy or healthy living the sandwich life. And if it's transactional, it's like, I defend you. Hey, if you out in public and someone's assaulting you, I'm gonna think, did this bitch make me a sandwich this morning? She didn't. She didn't fulfill her sandwich duties. No, truth be told, I would defend her. But then she's gonna have to make me double the amount of sandwiches per meal. We both work and switch off cleaning or dinner and shit. Switches up makes things work well. Yeah, I mean, I think the way I work most often is like, I do like having some roles. Like, you make the dinner, I'll clean up on dishes or something like that, right? Because I like it being predictable. And I think a decent amount of people are like that, where they're like, I don't want to constantly have to be in flux of like, what's the latest thing to do around the house? I want my list, and I want to be able to go through my list of things to do, and not struggle with that. So it could upset me. It could ruffle my jimmies if there's like a new task to do. Make daddy a turkey pickle wrap. I love that. No, Anthony's not right. I mean, he's right in that you can have roles within your household, whatever you agree, but to think that they're tied to the specific gender is like kind of just a dumb way of thinking, right? It doesn't have to be that way, right? Like, it just so happened that my parents, like, generally speaking, I was raised in such a way that my parents wanted me doing a lot of outdoor dirty chores. If it meant like cleaning up the yard, mowing the lawn, taking out the trash, picking up dog poop, all the little shitty fucked things they would have me do. And when I say fucked things, I just mean dirty. That's fine, but you gotta know that there's gonna be another household where maybe Samantha, her task is to pick up dog poop and clean out the garbage disposal, right? That doesn't make it like, you wouldn't say, oh, you're doing the man stuff. Yeah, Samantha's doing the man stuff. I don't want to. Samantha's not marriage material because she ain't making me a sandwich. She's cleaning out the garbage disposal, right? Yeah, it's just a bit silly. He's not an asshole. He's not a bad guy for thinking this way. Many people think this way. I thought this way for a very long time. I'm just like starting to kind of rework my way of thinking a bit because, yeah, it doesn't. It definitely doesn't need to be that way. I could tell you as a perfect example of like what he's describing. It's like he's giving this scenario of like 1 in a million you're going to need to defend your woman on the streets. Well, what happens in those scenarios which are a lot more common, where you're out in public and you don't have the words and you're in a social situation that's a little bit, that calls for a little bit more brain power, and your woman or partner is way more up to the task and way more social, and can take over for you and help you out and give you a hand, tag you out. Like, that's way more helpful and way more appropriate than this 1 in a million chance, you want me to knock someone's block off, don't you? It's just like not feasible. And plus you want your woman to knock someone's block off. You want anyone who's your partner to knock someone's block off if you're getting fucked with. It goes both ways. Sometimes your woman wants a sandwich. You gotta make your woman a sandwich.
A sandwich.
You gonna make him a sandwich. He does have a very melodic way of speaking.
I think I will after I get out of the shower. But it'll get.
Car door, what do you say?
Open the door.
You better believe it.
Yeah, no, I am with you. I think.
So you make that.
I am with you 100%. I'm totally on your side. But I will admit, every time you say, make daddy a sandwich, I do cringe a little. Because you are doing it's bringing back memories.